If you've been on this channel for a minute, you've seen me talk about people making 20, 30, even $50 an hour training AI, and I get the same comment every single time. Wait, what does that actually mean? Is this a real job? How does someone with no tech background get paid to train a computer? So today I'm answering all of it. One video, everything you need to understand before you apply anywhere. What AI training actually is, why companies are paying real money for it, who can do it, and how to know if it's legit before you waste your time. If you've been confused about any of this is the video to watch first. Let's break it down. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I cover legit remote work and side hustles. No hype, no get rich quick, just real breakdowns. And I'm making this video because AI training keeps coming up, and I realized I've been talking about specific platforms and specific jobs without ever sitting down and explaining the foundation. So consider this your starting point. Bookmark it, come back to it, share it with anyone who asks you, wait, what is this thing you keep talking about? Let's start from the very beginning. Here's the simplest way I can explain it. AI models like ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini don't just learn on their own. After they are built, companies need real humans to review the AI's answers and tell it what a good answer looks like versus a bad one. That process has a name. It's called RLHF, which stands for Reinforcement Learning from Human Feedback. In plain English, the AI gives an answer, a human reviews it, and that feedback gets used to make the AI smarter and safer. That's the job. You're the human in that loop. What does that actually look like day to day? A few common task types. Ranking responses. You're shown two different AI answers to the same question, and you decide which one is better and explain why. Writing sample answers. Sometimes you're the one writing what a great answer should look like, so the AI has something to learn from. We also have fact checking and accuracy review. You check whether an AI's answer is actually correct and flag it if it's wrong. Another one is rating safety and tone. You assess whether a response is appropriate, safe, and matches what was asked. Another one is domain-specific review. If you have expertise in medical, legal, coding, finance, you review AI answers in that specific field for accuracy. That's it. That's the core of the job. No coding, no computer science degree required for most of it. What's required is that you can think clearly, write clearly, and follow detailed instructions. You might be wondering, why is there suddenly so much of this work available? Because every major AI company like OpenAI, Google, Meta, Anthropic is in a race to make their models better, safer, and more accurate. And here's the thing people don't realize. AI doesn't get better just from more data. It gets better from good human feedback. Demand for human annotators has grown roughly 10 times since 2022, specifically because RLHF requires real human evaluation to actually improve AI outputs. This isn't a shrinking niche. It's one of the fastest growing categories of remote work that exists right now, because the AI companies literally cannot build better products without it. Now, some people ask me, won't AI eventually train itself and this work disappears? Maybe eventually, but that's not happening at meaningful scale right now. And the major platforms have aggressively grown their contributor base through 2024 into 2026. This is a now opportunity, not a maybe someday one. If you've been struggling to land a remote job, this is your best shot. Now, I know what a lot of you are thinking. Okay, D, but is this actually legit or is it a scam? I'm answering that directly in a minute. Plus, who actually qualifies for this work? Because it's a wider group of people than you think. Keep watching. Short answer for you. Yes, this is real work done through real companies, and it does pay real money. This is not a scam, and it's not one of those sign up and pay us first schemes. You should never pay to apply to any of these platforms. That's your red flag if you ever see it. You typically work as an independent contractor, not an employee. That means no benefits, no guaranteed hours, no PTO. This is a gig work, similar to freelancing. That's an important distinction, and I will be honest with you about what that means for reliability in a minute. The companies running this. You know about Outlier AI, which is operated by Scale AI. DataAnnotation, Alignerr, powered by Labelbox. These have real contracts with the biggest AI labs in the world. This is a legitimate, well-funded industry. And this is important. Legitimate doesn't mean easy, and it doesn't mean guaranteed income. I'll break down the honest expectations in a minute. This is the part that surprises people. You do not need to have a computer science degree. You do not need to know how to code unless you're specifically going after coding track tasks, which do pay more. Here's who's actually getting accepted onto these platforms. Strong writers. If you can write clearly and explain your reasoning, that alone qualifies you for a huge portion of this work. College graduates in any field. Many platforms require at minimum an associate or bachelor's degree, but it doesn't have to be tech related. Professionals with domain expertise like nurses, doctors, lawyers, accountants, teachers, engineers. Your existing career knowledge is directly valuable here, often at a much higher pay. Native or fluent speakers of specific languages. Multilingual work is in high demand, and speaking a less common language can actually be an advantage, not a barrier. Software developers and technical folks. If that's you, coding specific tasks pay more, noticeably more than general tasks. What matters most across almost every platform is strong written communication and the ability to follow detailed instructions precisely. That's the real skill being tested, more than any specific credential. Now let me give you the real talk, because I'd rather you hear this from me than get frustrated 3 weeks in. Getting accepted is the hardest part. Onboarding can take anywhere from a couple of days to several weeks depending on the platform. Even some platforms never got back to me. Some applications go unanswered. That's normal. It's not necessarily a reflection of you. Just move on to the next platform. Pay isn't always steady. This is project-based work. You might earn well for 3 straight weeks, then face a dry spell with no available tasks. This is one of the most common frustrations people report, and it's the trade-off for the flexibility. The advertised rate isn't always your effective rate. Screening time is frequently unpaid, and time spent searching for available tasks often isn't compensated either. If a task pays a flat rate and takes you longer than expected, your real hourly rate drops. Country eligibility varies a lot by platform. Some platforms are strict, US, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand only. Others are far more globally open. This matters a lot depending on where you are located, and I've got a full video breakdown exactly which platform accepts which countries, and I'll link it above and in the description. My honest take: treat this as a flexible income stream that you build over time. Run across 2 or 3 platforms at once so you're not dependent on a single company's task flow, and don't quit your main income source to chase this exclusively, at least not at first. If you're ready to actually try this, here's your starting checklist. Number 1, pick 2 platforms to start with, not 5. Spreading yourself too thin at the start just means half-finished applications. Number 2, take your screening test or application seriously. This is a written sample. Be specific about your background, proofread everything, and answer like you're writing for an expert reviewer, not casually. Number 3, apply to more than one platform simultaneously, so you're not sitting idle waiting on one company. Number 4, once you're in, treat your first few weeks as a learning period. Accuracy and quality ratings often determine whether you get access to higher paying projects later. I've got dedicated videos on this channel walking through specific platforms, specific professions, and country eligibility. Those are your next steps after this one. If this cleared things up for you, hit subscribe. I'm covering this space in depth, platform by platform, profession by profession, because there's a lot of noise out there and not enough straight answers. So that's AI training from the ground up. It's real work, it pays real money, and it's genuinely one of the more accessible ways to get paid using skills you already have. But it takes patience to get in and realistic expectations once you're there. Drop a comment and tell me what you want covered next. A specific platform, a specific profession, or a full walkthrough of the application process. I read everything. Also, I managed to get into data annotation tech. I will update you guys on that. I'll see you in the next video.